Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Behind the Group podcast. I am DJ Keo.
And I am Basil Barrington, and we are back with another Mandalorian review. Episode number 6, Guns for Hire, and IMDb gave this a 6.7. You know, I
This is
would
the
have given
lowest
it,
rated. This is the lowest rated one this season. I
really?
think all the seasons. This is the lowest rated show.
Wow. Okay, man. So, this one was, I don't know what to say about this one here. First of all, we had some new cast members. We had Lizzo. We
Yeah.
had Christopher Lloyd. We
Yep.
had Jack Black. I haven't seen Jack Black in anything. I haven't seen Christopher Lloyd in anything. Lizzo is out there being a mogul, so you gotta like respect her for that. But I was really
I guess.
surprised to
Yeah.
see Lizzo in a Star Wars show or even movie, TV series,
Yeah.
anything. What do you think?
There's no overlap. I don't think her
None.
fans care about Star Wars.
Yeah.
There's no overlap. I couldn't figure out why she was there. Because usually to get like a star, like Christopher Lloyd makes sense because Back to the Future. He's a lot of sci-fi fans that like him. That makes sense. Jack Black, that doesn't make any sense either.
He's a comedian.
Like the Jack Black and Lizzo is confusing. I think they were in town somewhere and they're like, "Hey, you want to be on the Star Wars show?" And they're like, "Sure, what's that?"
Gee, thanks.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like,
So
come
just
on,
stand
dude.
over there and say your
Right.
say your lines and then get in and out. Because I think
Right.
that film that took like a day to film. Like it didn't take anything.
Yeah, and then you talk about and it's so weird because what is it called? Plazira 15, that's the name of the planet that
Yeah.
Lizzo and this other guy, they were on. It's in an outer rim, so it's not part of the New Republic. All these planets on the outer rim eventually are found by pirates and everything else, And I'm just like, so okay, you're in the outer rim, like, you're not invisible. If someone will find you, right?
If you're in the area, like they're gonna find you. There's maps and stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's not like your planet's invisible. So
Is very
I
interesting.
don't know. Like it seems is kind of contrived, the whole thing with the robots like that. Like the entire Mandalorian show seems to be like a quest, like a video game quest. Yeah. It's like, hey, you got to go down here and get this key, open this door, and this guy is going to give you an envelope. And then take that envelope over this guy back here, and then you can get to go back to your spaceship and go on to the next planet. Like, that's what the show is. It's nothing, like, there's no growth. There's nothing.
It's nothing, man. And we were saying this offline. I was saying this offline that this episode and the last episode, let me see here. This is episode number 6, actually. Episode number 5 and 6. I mean, if they started out with episodes like that for the first 4 episodes and then continued on, the show would have been interesting to me, right? But because we had a lot of jumble, just a lot of ridiculousness and dumbery for the first 4 episodes, and then the 5th and 6th episodes, I'm like, why do we have this now? We have 2 episodes left.
But this is the type of episode that happens when a show has 22 episodes for a season. And we need 10 filler shows, and then we're gonna get back to the main plot. Yeah. You don't have 22 episodes to fill time with. Yeah. This thing has got to go right now. Everything's a waste. Everything on this show is a waste. A waste of opportunity, a waste of time. Like it's embarrassing that they decided to write this, and when you have such a short amount of time to tell a story. And the episodes are like 30 minutes long. They're not like, you're not cracking the whole hour or whatever. Yeah. Like this thing zip by real quick. Yeah. I guess it's like background shows. Like they had a lot of shows like in the 90s where it just plays in the background, like a CSI or something, where you just turn on the last 20 minutes and figure out what happened. Like, it's
right,
that guy.
Exactly.
That's what this show is.
Or just go to IMDb and like read the comments. You're like, oh, okay. The other thing about this show is I realized and I recognize that this episode really looked and felt like a TV series, like on CW or Fox or something like that, right?
Yeah, it was like brightly lit. It felt very much like a TV show.
Yeah,
like a old school sci-fi, like in the 90s. That's what it got, that vibe. Like it didn't feel, because the original point of the Mandalorian was this is supposed to be cinematic and fit right into the movies. This does not fit right into the movies. It doesn't look like the movies. They don't talk like the movies. it's uncomfortable to watch. I'll put it like that. It
Right.
is wild. Like, and we were talking about this offline. Like, if we weren't reviewing it for the podcast, would you have watched this show, continued watching this show based on the last couple of episodes?
No, I would probably wait until the season was over, and then if I was super bored, I would go ahead and watch
Yeah.
it. You know?
This is a sick day type show.
Yeah,
Like I
exactly.
got really sick. I got the flu. I got the
Mhm.
sniffles. Like,
Right.
I can't
Or
leave.
like a really like it's really raining. It's like the rain
Yeah,
is coming
yeah,
down
yeah.
all day. It's just like a Saturday, and it's just like, oh, dude, I can't do anything. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna watch TV all day. And
Mhm.
this is the type of show you would watch. And really quickly, we were
Yeah.
also talking offline that you started watching Star Trek Picard.
Yes. This is excellent versus this is trash.
Straight
It's
trash,
two
right?
universes. I get
Hmm.
it's two different vibes and energies, but when the Mandalorian started, it felt like cinematic and really interesting and fresh, and
Hmm.
there's action and mystery, suspense. This is just like a SNL skit. A lot of people are saying that online. It looks like a SNL skit. It
Hmm.
looks like someone's mocking the Mandalorian show. And they made a funny thing like, "What happened if Lizzo was here on the planet?" And like it was like making fun of the episode, or whatever. That's what it
Hmm.
felt like. And then
Yeah.
watching Picard, and like these guys care. They
Fire.
actually went back into like TNG shows from with the early 19 whatever and made a
Right.
show, brought everything back to this thing here, like
Right.
just slight plot points. I don't get it.
Moving
Go
along.
ahead,
So
go ahead.
like I said, Star Trek Picard right now is the hottest sci-fi show on TV, on
Yes.
streaming services. Now I said last episode and the episode before that,
Mhm.
I said that it would not surprise me if Bo-Katan had a much
Mhm.
larger role. If she like basically, and we were saying this offline, the
Mhm.
Mandalorian, the show, it's not about Din Djarin, it's the Mandalorian. The
Yeah, he's a
Mandalorian can
side
be
character.
anyone. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
100%. He's a side character in the show now, and he's just there running errands for
Right.
people.
So if
That's what he's
HBO
doing.
went to HBO went to Pedro and said, hey, you know what? We want you to do 2 additional seasons of The Last of Us, and here's a bag to prove it.
Mhm.
But you have to give us all of your time during these months. He would say bye-bye to The Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah, but he can film that in his closet, like, cause he's not doing the voiceover. You don't
Right.
have to be on set. Just do a couple
Exactly.
lines and
Hmm.
throw up Apple, Garage Band, and just record a couple lines in there. Like that's all he's doing at this point.
Exactly.
There's no effort into it.
We're not going to see his face anymore because he's a true Mandalorian now, right?
Yeah, yeah, which I think it probably was his plan so that he could get out. Because initially, the
Hmm.
whole beef was you need to show my face. I'm a movie star. I gotta keep taking the helmet off so people know who I am. And now he's like, leave the helmet on. It's all good. Like,
Right.
so
Hmm.
I think he's doing all these other movies and TV shows. He's like, I don't have time for this right now. I'm in a contract, so I'll do my voiceover real quick. But you guys do your thing, whatever. You guys, who cares?
You know what? That makes a lot of sense because no, now that Bo Katan has lived in
Mm-hmm.
both worlds, she can wear a helmet or without a helmet. So
Mm-hmm.
if she did take over as the Mandalorian, it's okay now because she can put on a helmet or take it off. She's trying to bring the Mandalorians into one
Mm-hmm.
sort of like space or place,
Yeah.
and it sort of makes sense. Wow. Okay. Hmm.
Yeah, he got his
Hmm.
helmet full on. This guy he's got his feet up, sipping sipping a pinata or something like I don't know, pina colada.
you know,
Like
for real.
he's chilling
He looks
somewhere.
like a strawberry
He's not worried
daiquiri
about it.
man to me,
He
though.
got daiquiri. He threw it in the blender. He's chilling right now. He's on a beach. He's got a Hawaiian shirt on. He don't even remember what they're
He's
doing in
chilling.
Disneyland.
Yeah,
He's not worried about it.
because he's getting that HBO Max money for real. He's getting that,
Yeah,
and that's a great
yeah. He's
show,
not.
actually. The Last of Us.
The Last of Us is a
Um,
good show. He's not worried
yeah,
about this show.
for real. Do you want to give a extremely brief overview of Guns for Hire or what?
They go okay, briefly. They go to a planet that's basically run by robots, and they're going there to meet the fleet, and they gotta complete a side quest and figure out why the robots are acting up, and that's where they meet Christopher Lloyd and that's it. That's the show. And
That's
then
basically it.
they have a dinner with Lizzo and Jack Black, and they ask them to go complete this side quest for them. I think they get 200 points, and they don't think they leveled up. There's nothing happened. They go find the after they fixed the
Mhm.
robot issue, which
Mhm.
it literally took 5 minutes. They
That's
didn't
it.
have to get out of their ship to do that. It was like
Right.
5 minutes it took to do that quest. Uh, they go back and Bo-Katan goes and tries to compete for her fleet back, and the other guy he's taking it easy. He's not even trying. There's a jetpack fight. Then Din Djarin gives her the lightsaber. The end of the show. That's where
It's
we're at right
and
now.
that was
That's
I
it.
think his name is Axe Wolves. Um
Axe Wolves, which is a cool
mhm.
name. That's a
It's a
cool
cool
name, but
name.
it's not a Star Wars name.
Yeah.
That's a rock name. Like so you're the Bon Jovi or something like that. It's
Right.
a lead
Heavy
drummer. Like
metal or something like that.
yeah.
The you know, first of all, the episode, it looked good. I'm not gonna front on
Yeah, it
that.
was
It
nice.
looked good.
It was filmed in
Um
HD.
there was HD, not 4K, but HD,
It was HD.
maybe 720 60 frames, maybe. Then you get that like little glossiness going on, right? But
They made it smooth.
it looked really good. I think
Mm,
one of the most interesting things about this episode is this.
mm,
This planet, Plazor 15, the droids are
mm.
there because the citizens of this planet don't work. They do not work at all. All they do is they
Yeah.
wake up, they do arts, culture, they party, they go to museums, and everyone doing the work are the droids. Imagine
Mm.
living in a world like that where you do no work. I'm not quite sure. Maybe stuff is free, but I'm not sure. But you
It's
do
got to
no
be
work.
free because who's making me
Yeah,
money? Like,
right, exactly. And it's just like, wow, this is really interesting. I mean, it's
mm,
kind of crazy. But and something else sort of caught my eye this episode.
mm.
Grogu. Do we even need Grogu anymore? He's been
We do
reduced to
not.
grunts and like buzzes, and I mean he's
He
just been
does a
reduced to
backflip,
nothing.
and
Yeah,
he
that's
does a
it.
backflip every episode
For
now, and that's
food.
it.
That's it. Yo, he did a backflip for that. Like, I don't know. They had something called
It's like some
Jack Black
fish.
said,
What was it?
I don't know, but he called it secretion. I was like, secretion? I don't think I want to
Yeah,
eat that.
they were drinking something out of the tank in the sky or whatever. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is trash.
Yeah, this is this episode, man. It was I don't know about this, man, but
It's one of the worst, and I'm including Boba Fett in it.
mhm,
This is one of the worst Star Wars affiliate shows I have ever seen in my entire life.
right.
I could not believe my eyes because it felt like one of those old shows from the '90s, like because they did the fluff. They got filler show in there
Yeah.
and
Mhm,
self-contained, yada yada yada, and then the last 2 minutes is going to be plot points. That's what this felt like
yeah.
for a show that's supposed to be cinematic and feel like a movie and everything's important. This was not important. This was dumb,
Yeah, this
and
was completely dumb.
I. Oh my god, man! I had a headache after I watched this. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Right, and in the beginning, how they started was this captain, Captain Shogot, and
Mm.
she was in this, I guess, this tube of water, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Hey,
then
I
all of a
forgot
sudden,
about the the fish people. I forgot
right,
about that,
exactly, yeah, and then all of a sudden,
bro.
she's in love. She's in love.
That's how dumb that scene was.
Yeah.
I forgot. I completely. I
Hmm.
blinked it out of my mind. That's how terrible that scene was. And she was
It
like,
was.
"Get out of here! I don't need you anymore. I never loved you." You're like, what? What the?
It's like
What is this?
I'm like, and then the Mandalorian, I guess they're not pirates, they're mercenaries now, right? So
Yeah,
they just
they're
they're guns
mercenaries.
for hire. I
Took a
like that
job to get the fish people.
right. I like that Mandalorian sect, the mercenaries, because I like their, just their
That's a more
uniforms, the whole
interesting
nine.
storyline.
Exactly,
Yeah. For these guys
You
at the beach that can't handle alligator, this is the better storyline.
yeah,
Mercenary stuff, because it's more action can
exactly.
happen.
Now, I will say this. If Bo-Katan is successful bringing all of Mandalore together, all the
Mm-hmm.
Mandalorians, helmets, no helmets, right? All together on
Mm-hmm.
this one planet. What is it called? You know, the one where a Kargan runs. You know, if they're able to come
Yeah,
there,
whatever. Yeah.
you know, it would not be. It may be an interesting season if it was based on the new Mandalorian or the new Mandalore. It
Well,
may be.
let me ask you this: how many Mandalorians are there? Because they don't have enough of them to pilot that ship. That's a big giant Empire ship. That's an Imperial ship right there. That's
That was an
giant.
Imperial
That's a big
battleship,
boy.
dude, for real.
They don't have
I
enough.
mean,
The people that came out and are staying outside and having the picnic out, that did not look like enough.
yeah,
You did not have enough.
it
It's
was
not like
also
Star
kind of
Trek. Like,
no, exactly. It was also sort of interesting when you pulled up on like the Mandalorians, you know, who were near the ship. They were just like rested. You know, two
yeah,
were
they're like
like looked
fighting.
like they would. Two looked like they were tossing a football. Remember, it was just like,
Yeah,
hey, they were
right.
playing
It looks
catch,
like
and I
it's
was
a
just like,
picnic.
the Mandalorian. I'm like, where's the potato salad, dude? Come on. You know, where's the potato salad? I want some grape soda. Where's the grape soda?
Right?
You know?
Someone's supposed to have a Heineken over there and some chicken leg.
Yeah,
Someone's
you can't be over
barbecuing.
there with no buffalo wings, no fried chicken. I want wings only. No potato salad, no grape soda. Where's the
Oh my
Hawaiian?
god.
I'm about to date myself. Where's the high C?
High C, man.
Yeah,
Yo,
where's the high C? You know,
got the
so it was
tang, man.
yeah, oh my goodness. Dude, this joint was completely corny. It was dumb. It would have
But
made a
like,
lot of sense if all of these episodes, 6 episodes, had a feel like
yeah,
this. Then you would have had
they feel
cohesion.
so they feel disjointed. But I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
this look at all the spaceships they had out there, right? There had to be like at least 10 spaceships and a
Mhm.
giant destroyer, right?
Right.
How
Mhm.
many Mandalorians were on this planet? It looks like
Look
20
like
people are
20.
there,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
right? It looks
exactly.
like 20.
Hmm.
So the people on the beach, there's like 40
Hmm.
Mandalorians on the beach, and there's 20 over here. How many people is she uniting, and how long would that take? Because it feels like that would take years to do. You couldn't do
Right.
that in a season. Like that feels like that's a giant task. They're scattered all over the galaxy. There's thousands, millions of worlds or whatever in Star Wars. Like this is a giant task. And then you got to bring them
Yeah.
back to Mandalore. And then this is another question I have. Every time I see it and they say it, it kind of bothers me. Who are they retaking Mandalore from? Because the planet got glassed, and all they have is those monsters in the caves. That's
It's
it. So
underground
who?
now. It's like it's completely underground.
Yeah, it's all toxic or supposed to be toxic. But
Yeah.
like, who are they taking the planet back from? Because
Yeah.
40 of these guys with a couple of Death Star ships or whatever, destroyers, they should be able to take the planet back. I don't see who's on the planet still.
But
Nobody's on
who's
the
yeah, that's
planet.
what I mean. Yeah, I guess they're like it's toxic, you really can't go. But you know, Bo-Katan and
It's not though. They proved it
Grogu,
wasn't.
right, exactly. You know, so I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is it's so many different angles, there's so many different avenues. They
But
don't come
this is
together.
poor.
It's
This is
crazy.
poor writing though, and
Yeah.
explaining what the hell's going on here. Because like what they should have had is like robots on the planet or something like that that took over the planet. But it
Right.
looks like the planet is completely empty except for these dudes in the ground and wherever that robot thing is, and the
Yeah.
rest of the planet seems to be empty and there's nothing
That's it.
there.
That is it,
So
man.
what is the problem taking it back? Just build on top. Like how
Yeah.
long is that gonna take? Just build on top.
This is this was not a good episode at all, man. You know, let's as a
At
matter of
all.
fact, let's wrap this up, man. The Mandalorian season 3, episode number 6, Guns for Hire.
Mm.
What are you gonna rate this episode?
3, I guess.
Yeah.
I could go higher. I don't know if I should go lower. I'm hoping it gets better, but
Mhm.
so far it hasn't been that. This thing here hasn't improved at all. It's only gotten worse, and so I'm holding out hope because I like the character, the Din Djarin. I like the character, right? So
Mhm.
I'm hoping of hope that it kind of gets better, but it don't look like it. So it's a 3 right now. This is the lowest gotten for me. It's a 3. What about you? What do you rate this show?
You know, the first thing that popped into my head was a 3.
Mm,
And that popped into my head last night after I watched it. And then I was like, let me watch it again today. So I watched it again today and I was like, no, it's a 3.
mm. Yeah,
It's
it's bad.
and here's the thing, right? It's not that there was anything super wrong with the episode, right?
Mhm.
However, I don't see the connection from episode 1 to now. I just don't. I don't see any connections here.
Not at all.
So I'm
It
confused
doesn't
as
look
a
like there's a
watcher.
plan. It
It's
feels like they're
no.
just winging it at this
Yeah,
point.
that's it. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on, but I do know this: the Bad Batch is over, and that was a great show. It's not the Mandalorian. I'm sorry, folks. It's not the Mandalorian.
It's hot trash.
Yeah,
Hot trash.
it's hot trash. Well, there you have it. Another episode of the Behind the Groove podcast. I am Basil Barrington.
I'm DJ Keo.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And until next time, peace.
All right.